Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about the Space Force system. If we come across a Space Force, in Space Force system, there are two types of problem. One is parallel Space Force system and another is concurrent force system. So in parallel Space Force system, the forces is in parallel direction. In concurrent Space Force system, all the forces are passing through the one point. Because of that, it is called as a concurrent Space Force system. If I go in parallel force system, there are the in parallel force system you can see the problem on resultant, or you can see the problem on equilibrium. So if I want to solve the problem in parallel force system, suppose initially I am considering the resultant problem. So for that resultant problem, as this is a parallel space force system, so resultant will be like root of summation fx square plus summation fy square plus summation fz square. So here is the additional term summation fz is here. So for that I am taking the summation in x direction, calculating the x component of resultant, summation in y direction, calculating y component of resultant, summation in z direction, calculating z component of resultant. So after calculating these three value, I am putting this value in this equation so that I can easily get the resultant value. Second step, they will ask you calculate the resultant and also locate the position of the resultant. So to locate the position of the resultant, I am going to use the Varignon's theorem. So in this problem I am going to use Varignon's theorem twice. Why I am using this Varignon's theorem twice? Because the resultant is acting in a plane. Maybe it's xy plane, xz plane, yz plane. So depending on the plane where the resultant is acting, depending on that I am going to apply Varignon's theorem twice. So these are the problem of resultant in parallel force system. Problems on parallel. In that case I have discussed the resultant. If you go about the equilibrium problem, so in equilibrium problem they will ask you to calculate the unknown forces and the system is in equilibrium. So while solving this equilibrium problem, you have to take moment twice. This is a three space force system, so I can take the moment about x axis, I can take about y axis, I can take about z axis. So depending on which value I have to calculate, I can use any two of these three equation of moment. And in step 2, in equilibrium problem of parallel space force system, I am going to apply summation f equal to 0. Maybe this summation f in x direction, maybe in y direction, maybe on z direction, depending on the what value I have to calculate it. So in this way we are going to calculate the resultant for parallel space force system, also to locate its position by using Varignon's theorem. If this problem is to calculate unknown forces, then I am going to use equilibrium. This type of problem falls under the equilibrium, and I am going to use initially moment about any axis for the two times depending on the given data. Also next is I am going to apply summation of force equal to 0 depending on the given what I want to calculate. Now we are going to deal with the numerical, that is on concurrent force system. So in concurrent force system, here in the numerical they have given a 3 cable are used to support a 800 Newton load as shown in figure. Determine the force developed in each member. So in this case 3 cable are there, AB, AC, AD. They are connected at point A, and there is that point A is subjected to a 800 Newton load acting vertically downward. So because of this 3 cable and it is subjected to 800 Newton load, because of this 800 Newton load, these 3 cable AB, AD and AC are in tension, and that tension value you have to calculate it in this numerical. So there is this one means I am going to use condition of equilibrium here to calculate tension in the member. So initially, whatever the points I have given, A, B, C, D, that is 4 points. So I am writing the coordinates of these 4 points. So for A, it is in XZ plane. So X equal to 4 meter, that is along X parallel to X axis. Y equal to 0 and Z equal to 2 meter, means distance along Z direction. So I will get the coordinate of A 402. Next I am going to calculate coordinate of D. D is lies on the y axis, so its x and z coordinate are 0. So 0 lies on y axis, so 4, and z coordinate 0. B is in xz plane, so it has two coordinate x and z. Y is 0, so x is nothing but the distance along x axis. How much is distance along 4 plus 4 for this B point? 8. Y coordinate, because it is in xz plane, so y coordinate 0, and z coordinate distance along the z axis, that is 2 for this B point. So the coordinate of B is 802. If I come to C point is also in xz plane, so its coordinate are x is nothing but the distance along x axis is nothing but the 4, y as it is in xz plane, y is 0, and z for this C point. If I consider the z, the distance along z axis, so this 2 plus this 2, this distance along z axis, that is z coordinate, is 4. So after calculating the coordinate of each point, I am calculating the tension coefficient. So for T A B, means I am considering A and B point. So for TAB I am calculating the coordinate. So for TAB I am taking the this A point is common to all B, C and D. So I am considering initially uncommon points. So for X, XB minus XA, for Y, YB minus YA, for Z, ZB minus ZA. So I am putting the X coordinate of B 8, X coordinate of A 4, 8 minus 4, Y coordinate of B 0, Y coordinate of A 0, 0 minus 0. Next Z coordinate of B 2 minus 2 0. So I will get the tension coordinate, so that is TAB, as 400. Similar way, if I want to calculate the coordinate from tension coefficient TAC, so I am taking A is common, so uncommon point initially I am taking, so XC minus XA, YC minus YA, ZC minus ZA. After putting the value, I am calculating this TAC coefficient, which I get TAC coefficient as 002. Next I am calculating the TAD value. So initially TAD means A is common, D is uncommon point. So XD means I am taking the X coordinate of D initial minus X coordinate of A. Again Y coordinate of D minus Y coordinate of A. Z coordinate of D minus Z coordinate of A. So after putting the value of X, Y and Z of D and A point, I will get the coordinate of TAD as minus 4, 4 and minus 2. So after finding the coordinate of the points A, B, C, after calculating the coordinate of, that is tension coordinate, I am going to draw a table. So my table will be force, means the tension in the cable, 3 cable A, B, AC and AD, then tension coefficient of this cable, then length L equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square, then cos theta x is nothing but x by L, cos theta y equal to y by L, and cos theta z equal to z by L. So I am putting the value of TAB, TAC and TAD. So I have calculated for TAD, I have calculated the coordinate here 400. So I am putting the value x, y, z equal to 4, y equal to 0, z equal to 0. Similar way TAC 0, 0, 2. I am putting that this value as x, y, z coordinate, and TAD equal to minus 4, 4, minus 2. Now I have the formula to calculate L equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square. So I am putting this x, y, z value here. I am calculating the L value for TAB, TAC and TAD. So I will get for TAB 4, TAC 2, TAD 6. So after getting L value for the TAB, TAC and TAD, I am going to calculate the direction cosines value, that is cos theta x, cos theta y and cos theta z. Cos theta is nothing but the x by L. X 4 divided by L 4 1. Next cos theta x for the TAC 0 divided by 2 0, minus 4 divided by 6 minus 0.667. Similar way I am calculating this value for the cos theta y, that is y by L, in 0 divided by 4 0, 0 divided by 2 0, 4 divided by minus 2 4 divided by 6, so 4 by 6 plus 0.667. Next cos theta z, that is z by L. Z by L is nothing but z divided by L is nothing but 0 divided by 4 0, 2 divided by 2 by 2 1, minus 2 divided by 6 minus 1 by 3 is nothing but minus 0.333. Now at the common point there is another force at common point A. If you see here, there is a 800 Newton load acting. So you have to just write down this 800 Newton load, and you don't have to consider any points here, any coordinate x, y, z and L here. So if you see here, if you see cos square theta x plus cos square theta y plus cos square theta z, means direction cosines equal to, it should be 1. So I am squaring this plus this plus this, so I will get 1 value. So now for the W equal to 800 Newton load, 800 Newton load. So it is acting in vertically downward direction, and vertically downward is nothing but vertically upward y, so vertically downward will be minus y. So I am considering this cos theta y as a minus 1 and these two value as a 0, as it is acting in a vertical y direction. So in step 4 I am going to apply equilibrium condition. So initially I am going to apply summation fy equal to 0. Summation means you can apply which you like, but I am going to apply initially summation fy equal to 0. While applying summation fy equal to 0, I am multiplying this component of the force by this direction cosines value. So for summation fy, I am multiplying TAB into 0, TAC into 0, TAD into 0.667 and taking the addition, and TAD into 0.667 and 800 into minus 1. So after multiplying it, TAB into 0, TAC into 0, next TAD into 0.667 minus, because I have minus 1, so I am directly writing minus 800 into 1 equal to 0. So these two value become 0, so I will get the TAD value directly as a 1200 Newton. Next I am going to apply summation fx equal to 0. In summation fx, again I am going to multiply force component with cos theta x. So TAB, so TAB into 1, TAC into 0, TAD into minus 0.667 plus 800 into 0. So like this I am going to multiply. So TAB into 1, TAC into 0, TAD into 0.667 equal to 0. So after putting the value, I have calculated the value of TAD already here. So I am putting the value of TAD here. So after putting TAD value, I will get the value of TAB as 800 Newton, means tension in member AB. Now I am going to apply summation Fz equal to 0. For summation Fz, I am going to multiply forces with the cos theta z component. So TAD into 0, TAC into plus 1 plus TAC into minus 0.33 and W equal to 800 into 0. So after I am going to multiply here TAB into 0 plus TAC into 1 plus TAD into minus 0.33 equal to 0. So I have calculated the value of TAD. I am putting here. I have calculated the value of TAB, which is nothing but the 800 into 0. It will become 0. So I will get the value of TAC as, after simplifying it, 399.4 Newton. So this TAC represent the tension in the cable AC. This TAB represent the tension in the cable AB, and the TAD, which I have already calculated, that represent the tension in the cable AD. Now suppose if they will ask you to calculate the resultant of this all tension, because of this all tension, so I can use this formula, R equal to summation fx square fy square plus fz square. After putting this summation fx, summation fy and summation fz value, which I have calculated, I am going to calculate summation fx, summation fy and summation fz. I am putting this summation fx, summation fy and summation fz to get the value of resultant R. So now we are going to discuss the second numerical on Space Force system. So in this numerical they have asked find the resultant of the given Space Force system. So if you see the numerical, this cable that is AB and AC cable passing through this point A, means this is a concurrent Space Force system. They also given you the forces in the member AB, which is 100 Newton, forces in the member AC, which is 120 Newton. So to calculate the resultant, I am going to use this formula, R equal to root of summation fx square, summation fy square, summation fz square. So this formula I am going to use to calculate the resultant value. So as per the first problem, initially I am going to calculate the coordinate of this. How many points are here? A, B and C. For this A, B and C point, I am going to calculate the coordinate initially. So common point is A here. If you see in the diagram, the common point is A here. So for this common point, so A is in point A lies on Z axis, so x and y coordinate 0, x and y 0, z 4. Now next B point lies on the x axis, so it lies on the x axis, so its z and y coordinate 0, so x coordinate is 4, y and z coordinate 0. C point, it is lies in x and y plane, so it has x and y coordinate but z coordinate is 0. So for C point I am writing here coordinate. So x coordinate is nothing but distance along x axis, which is nothing but the 4 here. For y coordinate, distance along y axis, this is y axis, so distance along y 2, and z coordinate is 0, so the coordinate for the C is 4 2 0. So here I am just skipping the to calculate the tension coefficient of AB AC. I am just directly writing here value. So in this case I am just preparing the table initially. Force x y z L, that is root of x square plus y square plus z square, cos theta x, cos theta y and cos theta z. So in this case they have not given this cable is subjected to any external load, that is W value. They have given the TAB, TAC, which have TAB equal to 100 Newton, TAC equal to 120 Newton. Now for XYZ means tension coordinate, what you have given for AB XB minus XA means 4 minus 0 4. For Y coordinate of TAB 0 minus 0 0. For Z coordinate of TAB 0 minus 4 minus 4. Now TAC common is A, so I am subtracting from C coordinate XYZ coordinate, from C XYZ coordinate I am subtracting the XYZ coordinate of A for the AC, because A is common. So 4 minus 0 4, 2 minus 0 2, 0 minus 4, you will get the minus value here, 0 minus 4 minus 4. After getting all this value I am calculating L, root of x square plus y square plus z square. For TAB, 4 square plus 0 plus minus 4 square, so you will get 5.657. If you consider TAC, you will get the value as L equal to root of 4 square plus 2 square minus 4 square, so 6. Next is cos theta x by y, x by L, so x 4 by 5.657, 0.707, 0 by, sorry, next x by L 4 by 6, that is 0.667. Now cos theta y by L, so 0 divided by 5.657, which is nothing but the 0 here, 0. Next 2 divided by 6, that is 1 by 3, 0.333. Next minus 4 divided by 5.657, so you will get minus 0.707. Minus 4 divided by minus 6, minus 0.667. So in this way you have calculated the cos theta x, cos theta y and cos theta z. Now I have to calculate resultant. So I am going to use this formula. To use this formula, I have to calculate the summation fx, summation fy and summation fz. To calculate summation fx and fy and fz, I am just multiplying. What I am doing? I am multiplying TAB into cos theta x value. Next TAC plus TAC into cos theta x value, which will give you the summation fx value. So 100 into 0.707 plus 120 into cos theta x value 0.667 equal to, after doing summation fx, I will get the summation fx value as 150.74. Next I am going to calculate summation fy value. In summation fy, what I am doing, TAB value into cos theta y, TAC value into cos theta y. So here 100 into 0, 0, that is summation fy, plus TAC is nothing but the 120 into 0.33, so 120 into 0.33. After putting, I will get the value of summation fy as of 40 Newton. Next I am calculating summation fz. In summation fz, I am multiplying 100 into cos theta z, here 120 into cos theta z, और उनकी addition, and I will do the addition of this. So 100, so summation 100, so 100 into minus 0.707, so minus 100 into 0.707, 120 into 0.667 minus 120 into 0.667. So after doing this, I will get the value of summation fz equal to minus 150.74. So I am just I have to calculate resultant in this numerical. So r equal to root of summation fx square, summation fx is nothing but the 150.74, summation fy square, that is summation fy is nothing but 40 square, plus summation fz square, summation fz minus 150.74 square. So after squaring, I will get the value of resultant. After squaring all the value and taking square root, I will get the value of resultant as 216.89 Newton.